Alright, let's talk about the Realmscourge. This is the big bad new multi. It's sort of like a raid on steroids. It has to be done in multi, and it's pretty challenging. You can get a unique title for it, as well as being entered to win the War of the Visions giveaway, where you can win up to 100,000 Visior, 10,000 or 1,000 Visior. Up to 333 players are going to win. And yeah, let's talk about it. First, you might see something, a whopping 600,000 HP on this guy, and you might be like, oh my goodness, how am I going to defeat something with 600,000 HP? Well, first of all, you're not alone. You're going to be with 3 other people because it's a multi of 4. Second of all, you don't actually have to defeat it all the way. You only have to get it to 300,000. So basically you have to do half of its health. And this is one thing I think a lot of people might not realize just looking at the fight from the outside. They might be like looking at it and just feel discouraged. But no, you only actually have to get it halfway down, and then the fight just ends. You get the title, you get the rewards, whatever. The next thing I want to show is the resists and everything. So you'll see it has no elemental weaknesses, but also has no elemental strengths. So as far as element goes, you can maybe go with whatever element you want. You'll see that as far as type weaknesses though, piercing is definitely the one that it has no innate resist to whatsoever. So piercing might be the obvious choice to take against this guy. Now it does have defense and spirit, and it actually has more defense than it does have spirit, but in this screenshot we had already broke the defense on it. The one thing is that new Jayden that came out, the ice magic piercing Jayden, he is probably made for this fight, right? I don't think many people, if anyone, will really have him ready, because this event only lasts for 1 week. And by the upload of this video, it's probably only got like 5 or 6 days remaining. So is anyone gonna have Jayden done in that period of time? Who knows? Outside of that, the obvious choice for team compositions, the most common one I'd say, and the way I did it, is bringing Flagbearer Glacialas and 1 or 2 Ayakas. I've heard of people bringing 2 Flagbearer Glacialas and 2 Ayakas. I did it with 3 Flagbearer Glacialas and 1 Ayaka. Shout out to JB79 for supplying that Ayaka in this run. And I think one reason why that is a common comp is because a lot of people have Flagbearer Glaciala because she's a very strong unit, not a limited unit. She is 100 cost. She's been around almost a year now, so a lot of people have been able to possibly acquire her. And yeah, and as far as Ayaka goes, she's been around since literal launch, so almost everyone probably has Ayaka unless you started playing the game in the last couple of months. And in which case, if you did, then this fight might not be geared towards you. Not that it's impossible for you to do, but you just might not have like all the keys of the kingdom for the main comps that everyone's running for this. Another benefit to running the Ayaka / Glaciella comp is you can just flat out use, it's 1 element, so that's a plus. You can use all wind cards, and wind does have a lot of good cards. And you can use that elemental buff from espers, so you want to be blasting out like elemental espers for wind, and that will greatly increase your damage and everything. And also, you can't break the wind resist on the Realmscourge with normal means, like with a regular elemental resist down attack, but the elemental resist down from the esper does work, so you can get that benefit, which will help you a lot. But that being said, I have seen a bunch of other compositions that people have been clearing this with. Like, I actually just saw on Reddit, somebody posted 4 Bradleys autoing. Like, they actually beat it on auto. Now, we all know Bradley is insane, right? This guy is bananas. He's one of the strongest units out there, but he is 100 cost and a limited unit, so I understand that a lot of people don't have that. Not to mention, to get that to work on auto, I don't know what kind of trust stones those guys had. I don't know what kind of reincarnations those guys had. It's pretty bananas though. I was actually surprised to see an auto clear of this fight. That means it's possible, but I would say very hard. Don't expect to do that unless you are like on the top of the top and you know exactly what you're doing, and you're with a team of 4 people that all know exactly what they're doing. Another comp I saw people clear it with was 3 Vigas and a Resnick, so it's possible. Now you'll see this thing has 70%, a whopping 70% slash resist. Now, you'll see on this fight, because it has a whopping 70% slash resist, you have this as well. This is a map effect. You have all attack resist piercing rate minus 50. So if you come in with like 35 slash attack resist from your vision card, you're not even going to get the benefit of that. Luckily, Vega has some insane amount of slash resist, like 80% or something. It's going to be really hard to damage this guy with slashing units if you don't know what you're doing and you're not properly built for it. So just keep that in mind. And that goes for all the other types that are not piercing, because piercing is just the innate 0. Everything else has at least a little bit of resist. So I think that's why most people are just rolling with pierce. That way they don't have to worry about this. Now, the next thing on the agenda here is you'll notice this guy does poison, frostbite, and I actually never saw it do confuse, so I'm thinking maybe the ads do confuse, but we always usually took care of the ads before that became a thing. But poison and frostbite are the big things you want to take care of. Now, you can just straight up use the Belos phone. Now, I think everyone on my team, except for maybe the Ayaka, was using Belos phone to protect against that frostbite resist. However, you could just make trust stones as well with poison resist and frostbite resist. I did make a trust stone with 25 poison resist on it just so I wouldn't get poisoned, because that's not on Belos phone, I believe. As well as you could just do that with frostbite if you want to wear like a real piece of armor / gear. And yeah, so that is definitely an option. You could throw on confuse resist somewhere as well if you need to. Again, I didn't see anyone get confused at all, so I don't know when it does that, if it's just the ads. That one I can't speak on. But poison and frostbite, get them in your trust stones, or wear Belos phone or another piece of gear. Like maybe you get frostbite resist in your trust stones and you just put poison resist on a piece of gear or something. Now, as far as all that goes, I want to say pugging this with randos might be very hard, and this is one of the biggest things that I can say about this fight. If you're just joining in the recruiting list and you're going in random fights with random people, you don't know what kind of caliber of player you're getting in there. You don't know if everyone will be on the same page. You don't know if they're going to be, you know, built with poison resist and stuff like that. You have no idea what you're in for. So I would highly suggest, if you're not running this with guild members, join a Discord. You can join my Discord. I know people have been setting up runs in there. I'm sure there's tons of other Discords out there where people have been doing the same. I'll have a link to mine in the description if you're looking for help there. But yeah, just get in the community, join with people that you can communicate with. So like if you're in a Discord together, even if you're not like on a voice call or something, you can just type in the chat. Like say you try it, the run goes okay, but you don't win and you need to tweak a few things. That Discord would be perfect. You guys can maybe clear it second try if you didn't beat it first try. And yeah, I think that is just one of the greatest advantages you can have, is being able to communicate with the people that you're playing with. As a matter of fact, I did this on a Twitch stream, so we were able to communicate via the Twitch chat, and it worked out really well. So you could possibly find people streaming the game on Twitch, and maybe if they're doing this, you could jump in, or you could ask for help there, or even just people in their chat maybe are running it. So that is another option. Discords, Twitch, maybe Reddit. Not sure about Reddit if people have been organizing this or not, but you know what I mean. Like anywhere where there's community for this game, there is the possibility of finding a group of people that you can clear this with. Now, if you don't have a Yaka or Glaciella or any of those other characters I've mentioned, I've heard of people thinking maybe Oberon is good for it. I haven't personally seen any Oberon clears, and I'm sure that there are, you know, there's possibilities and ways to clear this with anyone. I think the easy comps, though, that people are going with, and I know this is the obvious thing, is the win teams with Glaciella and Ayaka. Again, there might be even easier teams to do it with, like an auto team with Bradley's, but it's all a matter on if you have that stuff or not. Sorry, this wasn't like a super guide, but I just wanted to give people some tips and maybe some advice, because a lot of people I've seen have been discouraged. I think a lot of people tried this fight like the morning it came out, last night or yesterday morning, whatever, right away, got completely stomped, and then they just gave up. But I'm telling you, you don't have to give up. Join a community, talk to people. Even if you don't have one of the units that people are bringing in here, maybe you can figure something out with those people, you know? Like, it's possible. Maybe you have another healer that will work in the place of Ayaka, that you can kind of, you know, join up with 3 other like-minded folks and, you know, take each other to a win. Or you can just, I don't know. But all I know is that's pretty much it. I didn't want to show my entire full run, because I will say this run took a long time, because I don't know if it's just my device. Let me know if you guys had the same problem with your runs. But for some reason, the Realmscourge, every time it was the Realmscourge's turn, it would take a long time for it to like calculate and decide what it was going to do. So it ended up making the run like, I want to say like 30 minutes or something crazy like that. So yeah, I don't know if that's just my device that was causing that, or if that's how it is for everybody. But that Realmscourge was like arithmetician levels of waiting for each turn to go. So it ended up making the run really take a while. But I'll put on, you know, I'll show how the run ended up in the end. And yeah, you'll notice that even, I believe we even ignore the final ad phase. We just went straight for the kill. The kill, like I said, you only have to get it to 300,000. You don't actually have to defeat all of this thing's HP. So, yeah. But, that's pretty much it. I'll just let you guys see the rest of this fight, see how it goes, see what the W looks like if you haven't seen that yet, and good luck in your runs. Hopefully you can manage to pull this off. And yeah, that's all I got, so enjoy. I like this fight. I think it's fun. I hope they do more fights like this in the future. I just like the challenge and the camaraderie of working with people. That being said, I could see it being frustrating for people that might not be in a good guild or in a good community, but like I said, just join the Discord or any Discords really that cover this game, and I think you'll probably find people that you can work with to clear things like this. And here's the other thing, one more thing. There's not like a must-have piece of gear from this fight, or there's nothing super important, so even if you can't clear it for some reason and you just, you know, you're like, ugh, I give up. It doesn't have to be that way, but at least you're not really missing out on anything. Like, you're missing a title. What's a title? There's a million titles from a million different things. It's not that important. And you're missing the being entered into that Visior giveaway that they're doing. And again, I don't know how many people are going to be entered in that. Maybe you wouldn't have won anyways, so you know what I mean? So it's not like you're missing out on like a key piece of gear that's going to like change the game for you. It's really not going to change anything for you. So it's not that crazy if for some reason you just skip it or can't win or whatever the case is. But I do think if you want to do it, it is a fun event. It is a little bit challenging compared to our normal stuff. And that's pretty much it. So here we go. Enjoy. And I'll see you next time. I might not have AP either, actually. She has 2 casts of LB. Dang, that's crazy. I never knew that. I need to level her. Like I said, I haven't used her since, like, launch.
I shall not miss!
Oh yeah, I do still have, 24. Okay. I think potentially this could do more damage though. Oh, how much health does he have left? Oh yeah, you're right.
Bow to my spear.
That
Let
should
us
be
press
it.
on,
GG.
until the day that war is no
I didn't
more.
even see that. I didn't even notice he was that low. Realmscourge Survivor. All right. I have no idea how long. Okay, that attempt took 35 minutes. That was literally 35 minutes. Yeah, we didn't kill it. And I blame, like, a good chunk of those minutes on the boss just taking forever to take its turn. I timed it.